morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blondie Knots here on YouTube. And as you can see, we are headed to the market. We have all the stuff. The car is packed to the brim, but I just wanted to come on here really quick to start the vlog. It's like 7:45 in the morning. We're about 10 minutes away from the show. We can get there at 8 to set up, and then the actual show starts at 10. So we will have plenty of time, which is good. We're running right on time. Love that. So anyway, I just wanted to say hello and good morning, and I'm really excited to take you along for today. I hope we do really good, fingers crossed. But other than that, I will see you guys once we start setting up. So see you soon. Okay guys, I am all set up and ready to go. We're just sitting back here waiting. We are actually set up an hour early. Well, really 45 minutes early, but I've been set up for a while, just getting some nice pictures and videos for you guys. But I'm really excited because while I was setting up, I made my first sale, and so someone bought a pumpkin, a large ghost, and one of my little mushroom ornaments that I had in my clearance sale bin. So I got $40 before the show even started for sale today. Really excited about that. So I'm feeling good about this. I think this is going to be a really good show and it's going to go well. So off to a great start. So excited. This is my first double table setup. In case you aren't a regular on my channel, you wouldn't know that. I have the rug out today, which I really like the way that looks. It looks really cozy in my booth. And yeah, I think the double table is gonna serve us very well. So I will update you maybe a couple hours into the show, let you know how it's going. But as of now, I'm very happy. Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm actually walking to wherever the bathrooms might be right now. So my husband is manning down the booth, God bless him. But sales are going good so far. We sold some mystery boxes, some chickens. What else is selling? Oh, ghosts. Ghosts are doing really well, and a couple pumpkins. But I just wanted to give you a quick update on how everything is going so far. And weather's nice today. It's a little bit warm, but not too bad. And no complaints because it's not raining and it's not windy, which is the only thing I was worried about. So, all right, that's the update. Hopefully you can hear me over the Frank Sinatra music. I got cut off. I wanted to say that this is probably about a 40 vendor event. There's actually a lot of people here vending, and probably what I've seen, at least on my side, I haven't ventured to the other side across the sidewalk here, but there's at least 6 other crochet booths, at least, that I've seen. And I just took one half loop around, so I can't even imagine how many are farther down and then on this side. Luckily though, the other ones I feel like are different than mine, which I'm very very, very grateful for. I have a lot more of the beanies and the pumpkins. I didn't see a lot of other pumpkins, which is very interesting, but yeah, so we're doing okay. We're doing good, which is great. I did see some other ghosties though, and of course chickens I saw. And that's about it. I think that's at my booth that I saw at other booths too. So just wanted to give you that tidbit of information. But other than that, yeah, like I said, sales were good. And while I was at the bathroom, my husband sold one of our witch frogs. We only have one witch frog left, and he sold a mystery box. Mystery boxes are still very popular, so that's good too. Doing really good. Surprisingly, also the sales bucket that I put out, and I put that stuff on like super clear. Oh, hold on. I had a customer, just as I was saying that the clearance bin hasn't been doing that good, just bought 2 bunnies from the clearance bin. So there you go. I had those priced super low, like $8. So glad to see some fun, good homes. All right, final update. There is like less than 30 minutes of the showtime left. We ended up doing really good. This last hour brought like a lot of sales in actually, which I was surprised about. After I talked to you guys about the clearance bin did really good. We have just one little bunny left, and then a couple other things sold there, which was awesome. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. We sold a beanie, which is great because it's 85 today and it is getting hot. So I'm glad we sold the beanie. Frogs are gone, ghost did really good, and pumpkins picked up actually. Pumpkins were kind of in a lull for a little bit, but they came back. So I was happy about that. And we sold 2 bags, which was awesome. The bags went almost untouched until the end, and then someone bought 2 of them, the same person, which was so cool. The rest I did list on Etsy in case you're interested in those. But yeah, now I'm just gonna pack up and I will recap everything with you guys when I get home. Hi everybody, it is actually a couple days later. I needed some time to recoup, but I just wanted to obviously wrap up this show, talk about all the important stuff that you've probably been waiting all video for. So I thought we'd talk about what sold really good for me, what didn't sell, just some things I noticed about the show. I don't know, any kind of my own commentary to add. I just wanted to add that into this part of the video. So first thing I wanted to say was that it was a successful show, which I'm so happy about, so relieved about, to be honest. To speak on the venue a little bit in case you've never done an outdoor event, the weather was absolutely incredible that day. I think we had a high of maybe 83 or something at some points of the day, and so it got a little bit warm for people, but overall the weather was so good. There was no wind, no rain, and thank goodness, because it's been raining all week since the show. Like the show ended, and then seriously, the rest of this week has just been terrible weather. I'm like barely able to get light right now to film this because it's been so dark and gloomy out. So I honestly just feel so glad about that. I also wanted to mention one other thing I was observing at the show, because I really try my best to be extra observant at shows, because I know I'm gonna come back and report to you guys, and I wanna be able to give you as much intel into a show that I can. Of course, every show is gonna be a little bit different, but if you're new to a market and you haven't done one before, maybe this can help you a little bit. I did notice that a lot of the people vending were women who were alone. And that is important because I think a lot of people are hesitant to do shows because they don't have a helper per se, someone who can help them set up, help them tear down, help keep them company during a show, and you feel like you're gonna be so alone, scared maybe to do a show by yourself, which is totally valid. But I wanted to let you know that if you are someone who would be doing this alone, it is doable. It is totally something that is not weird and not looked at as weird. No one even looks at you any differently. A lot of people too, I will let you know that people's husbands, friends, family members, whichever, will come help set up and then leave. So a lot of people are alone for most of the show anyways. Also, women who did show up alone, and there was also another gentleman straight across from me who was in a wheelchair. The male staff that was working the show helped every single person who needed help putting up a tent. They helped them. So don't feel intimidated that you would have to try to set up your tent by yourself. You can very much ask an event coordinator to help you out. If it's something you'd be really nervous about, I would even recommend you reach out to the event beforehand and just shoot them an email and ask them, hey, I'm gonna be alone. Is it possible that you will have someone there who can help me set up a tent? And honestly, a lot of times too, the vendors around you are so sweet and so kind. You could just ask someone else to help you. I know that can be a little bit scary, but if push came to shove, I think you could. Another thing that happens, and I have watched over people's booths plenty of times, people who are alone and have to use the restroom or want to go grab some food really quick, they just come over to you and they say, hey, I'm by myself and I need to use the restroom really quick. Would you mind just watching my booth for just a moment while I'm gone? Of course. Everybody does that. So don't feel weird about that either. I have watched over plenty of people's booths while they have been in the restroom, going to grab a quick bite to eat, a water, whatever. It's not a big deal and it's really not that serious. So don't worry about that. I don't know how much you really see the event coordinators after setup, so I don't know if you could ask one of them to watch your booth if you didn't feel comfortable asking someone around you. But I just wanted to let you know that a lot of times people are there and are very willing to be helpful. So I did notice that, and I put that in my mental folder to share with you guys in case you're new to shows. And again, every event group is going to be different and some handle themselves a lot better than others. This one I had a really positive experience with. Sometimes you have to really hunt down an event coordinator, but this one was really good. And so I just wanted to mention that. All that out of the way, I just wanted to talk about obviously the products that sold and didn't sell. So my #1 bestseller that I didn't even realize until after I was packing up because it was so tucked away were my mystery boxes. I was noticing them going, and I don't even know if I talked about them in my little clips I picked up here and there. Also, every time I went to film with you guys, seriously, somebody came up to my booth and was talking to me, so I had to cut so many clips. I hope it's not like too dicey in the video, and I'm gonna really try next time to be a little bit better about maybe getting more footage of my booth during this show. I never really got to step out around to the front of my booth and take videos because a lot of times there was people just shopping my booth, which so grateful for again, but I wasn't able to get around there and like show you progress as we went. But my mystery boxes were my bestseller at this show, just volume wise. I had 13 mystery boxes out on the table and 13 sold. So even with them tucked in that little space that I told you I was like kind of worried about, they all sold. Mystery boxes, I literally can't recommend them enough to you guys. I kind of slept on them in my last video and I thought we'd have plenty to get us through, but 13 obviously was barely even enough. Very, very surprised about that. But then again, I'm not, because every time I set up mystery boxes, they have sold out except for one time. I think I had a couple left, but other than that, I've sold out every single time. Always a hit. Another great seller was our witch frogs, which I feel like we all knew were gonna sell really well. Sold out of my 3 witch frogs I had. I have 3 more witch hats, so that means I can make 3 more for my October show. I went back to the Dollar Tree to find more hats and they were out. So somebody is buying all those hats. I haven't been able to find any more since. So I know I can at least make 3 more frogs. That's okay. What else? And then my pumpkins. So pumpkins, if I'm being really honest, didn't do as well as I wanted them to. I ended up moving my large pumpkin prices down to 25. Something about that to me just felt a little bit better. So I moved them down to 25. But even at that price, I feel like a lot of my larger pumpkins were just nice like additives for my display at that point. I don't think I sold, no, I didn't sell any large pumpkins. Sold quite a few medium size and quite a few small, and almost all my minis but 2. Probably the most in medium. When I say words like the most, I think it was maybe 4 or 5, and then I think maybe I sold 3 or 4 smalls. And then my minis, I brought, what did I tell you guys, 5 or 6, and I have 2 left. Again, not as many pumpkins as I would have liked. Also, just a note for you guys, and maybe it'll be different in your area, or maybe my next show will be different, but none of my popcorn stitch pumpkins sold actually at this show, which I was really surprised about. It was all my normal pumpkins and all in my normal colors. So my oranges, my yellow, and what other color what, oh, white. Those like traditional, more pumpkin-y colors, even though yellow's kind of not, it's close enough. I didn't sell any blue, any pink. Oh, and I sold the black too. But the black drew in a lot of attention. The toasted almond color, write that down. Not the regular black, but the variegated black. People really loved that one. So if you're gonna do a black, I would really actually recommend the toasted almond over the regular black by Wool-Ease. What else? Oh my gosh, and I can't believe I forgot my ghosts. I have 3 ghosts left. So ghosts were a huge hit. Everybody loved them. The price point seemed to be totally fine. Again, I had the tiny ghost at 11 and the large ghost at 13. And everyone wanted the large ghosts over the tiny ghosts, even though the tiny ghosts were cheaper. And so that really surprised me, actually. I thought my little ghosts were gonna go first, and then I might have had a harder time selling the larger ghosts, but the large ghosts at 13 were a huge hit. I even have one small one left. That's how much everyone wanted the larger ones. So that's kind of funny to me too. Again, sometimes things just don't go as I predicted, and that's absolutely one of those things that just didn't go the way I thought it would go. I thought, like I said, the small would go first, but no, the large. So that was good. And then I had a lot of one-off sales, to be honest, where I had newborn beanie sale, which I was excited about any beanies that sold because it was so hot out. But I had a newborn beanie sale, I had an adult beanie sale. I sold a couple purses at the very end, which was crazy. That was really cool. I was happy to see some of those purses go to a good home. A couple of my sweet friends on here bought some purses, which I just love that. But in general, I don't think I will be remaking purses for markets just because there's such a unique sale. And it has to be the right person at the right moment. And they are a little more labor intensive than a lot of other market stuff to prep. It's just the way it is. It would be better, I think, for you to do custom order bags or post them on Etsy than to bring them to shows. Just again, from what I've noticed, I had a really hard time selling my purses, and a lot of them at full price absolutely did not sell. So that is just the fact. Yeah, no more purses. The cat tapestry brought a lot of attention, exactly what I wanted it to. Nobody purchased it, but I think maybe at this October like Halloween show, I might have a better chance of selling it. I was just happy that it drew people into my booth. It's just fun to have some like wall art stuff in your booth, and that's just a little bit different. And so we'll see if someone buys it at my next show. Honestly, fingers crossed somebody will, but we'll see, we'll see. It's a more expensive item, so I don't really expect for it to go, but of course, it can surprise me. And then let's talk about things that didn't sell well. So first and foremost, like I've already mentioned, my popcorn stitch pumpkins just did not hit at this show. I'm really excited to see how they do at the next show and the different colors, but yeah, they did not perform well, which I was disappointed in, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. And it might have been like just a touch too early for people to be buying pumpkins. I don't know. And then I'm hoping the October show isn't like too late to buy pumpkins, but a lot of people keep pumpkins up during November too. So again, we'll totally see, who knows. The biggest disappointment of my show was my lavender bookmarks. I think I sold one of my bookmarks, which is an atrocity. Usually, like I said, my bookmarks always almost sell out or do sell out. And while they got a lot of attention, they didn't get a lot of purchases, which was weird. And again, if you've never done markets before, you won't understand this, but a lot of people will come up to your booth, literally grab it and be like, oh my God, I need this in my life, and then not purchase it. Maybe too, it was a seasonal type of thing. Like people are trying to steer away from like more summery stuff right now, and they feel a little bit summery, the lavender bookmarks, but I am excited to see those during my Christmas show because a lot of people buy those as stocking stuffers or little cute gifts for their book friends. So I have no doubts that they will perform well in the future. Just wanted to make note that at this particular show, not good, didn't do well, and that's just the honest truth. Some sweet woman came over and bought the sage green baby bear hat that I was like obsessed with, and she doesn't know what she's having yet. She's due at the end of October. She hadn't bought one piece of clothing for her new baby yet, and this was the first thing she got. That was so special to me. I'm going to also expand my baby bear beanies because a lot of times what holds me back from selling those is the fact that they are newborn size, and that's a very specific size range. You know, 0 to 3 is so small, and I've gotten so much feedback in the past about, oh my God, I wish you had these in baby sizes, because baby size is 3 to 12 months when it comes to those beanies, so it fits a way larger range of children. babies. And so I'm going to add some in the size baby for my next show. I think I just need to do that, and I think that they will sell a lot more. It's just really hard for me personally, I've noticed, to sell newborn stuff. People would rather buy, even if they're buying baby gifts for people having babies, they want to buy baby size, not newborn, because it's just such a gamble if they'll even come out and be in a newborn size or not, which I completely understand. So I'm gonna add baby size to my inventory, and dang it, guys, we still have the mouse in the overalls. I'm so sad for him. Why is no one adopting him? He's so dang cute, and everybody loves him. Everybody picks him up. Everybody thinks he's the cutest thing ever, and then no one buys him, and it makes me so freaking sad. So we still have Mr. Mustard Yellow Mouse, and what a shame that is, really. Oh, and then chickens did moderate. So remember, we only had 9 chickens that we put out, and I sold 3 of the 9. So that was pretty good. All of the ones that sold though were speckled colored, but I need to re-up on the black and white speckle because that seems to be the most popular one, and then the golden hour one too. So I will definitely probably whip up just like maybe 3 or 4 more of those in the colorways, because the gray ones are just not doing good for whatever reason, and also the brown ones aren't either. So the speckle is a hit if you're gonna do chickens, but again, I'm still kind of very cautious with my chickens just because everyone sells them at their booths. I would just really try to encourage you not to get discouraged if you are at an event that has a lot of other crocheters. You know, you are there to sell your stuff and be you, and so don't think about anything else but that, and just really stand behind your stuff and know it is unique to you because you made it and there's no one else like you. So that's one of the most important takeaways. I also wanted to say that I think I was one of the only people that put down like a rug at my booth, and it made it so cozy. I got so many compliments that people were like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm stepping into like a shop or stepping into such a different space because I put that little rug down, and it just kind of made my booth feel like you were walking into its own separate entity. So I would highly recommend you looking into like some kind of outdoor rug or something. I got that one from Target for $10, and I think you could get that at like a lot of other stores, like especially now towards the end of the, you know, outdoor season. You could probably pick one up at Big Lots, Walmart, something like that for a really good price, but I would highly recommend the rug. So just those little things can really help set you apart and just pull people in, because once you get them in, you can make a sale. That is really all. I feel like I've been yapping on for a long time about stuff, but I like to be very thorough, and I want to really give you the nitty-gritty in these videos, and especially because I think a lot of people who are new to wanting to try markets or doing markets can be very overwhelmed, and so I want to give you everything I observed at the show. That's my goal here. We have another show in October, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a lot more of filming my booth during the day if I can, and try to do check-ins more often, even if I get interrupted. I'm gonna do my best to keep documenting more and more as I go, and then of course sitting down and doing these recaps. If you have any other questions, you can pop them in the comments below. I will get around to answering those for you. Any other kind of things you want to see at a market, please let me know that too. I would love to be able to document more of maybe what you're interested in knowing about at a show, and I can show you that. I'm really excited to take you along for this next one. It's fun to have you there with me because it feels very much like you get to shop my booth with me, which is so fun for me and hopefully fun for you to see my stuff too. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed filming it for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting me take up a little bit of your time here on the internet today. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday, occasionally on Thursdays, and they are crochet related. Other than that, have a great weekend coming up. I hope you have some fun plans, or if not, I hope you're relaxing because that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And I will be seeing you in Monday's video. We have a little something fun planned, so I'll be seeing you soon. Bye!